Recently, Wemby said he's trying to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year this season, and after his 26 points, 15 rebounds, 5 blocks and 4 assists in the win versus the Heat, he said he should be the MVP frontrunner and listed 3 arguments as to why.
Vic, have you thought about MVP at all?
Yeah, for the last 15 minutes at least.
What?
Yeah, I have thought about it. I think right now there is a debate, that should be. Even though I think I should lead the race. And I'm trying to make sure that until the end of the season, there's no debate anymore.
Do you want to repeat the argument that we just had about why you feel like you should be MVP?
I mean, there's many reasons. But as I said, I think right now it is still reasonable that there is a debate. But as I said, I want to make sure, my goal is to make sure that there's no debate anymore at the end of the season. But so what? Maybe asking a more precise question.
What would you say what are your 3 campaign speeches?
3 arguments.
Yeah.
My first one would be that defense is 50% of the game, and that it is undervalued so far in the MVP race. Because I believe I'm the most impactful player defensively in the league. Second argument would be that we almost swept OKC in the season, and we dominated them 3 times with their real team and 4 times with more rotation players. And my third argument would be that offense impact is not just points.
You joined David Robinson tonight. Mm-hmm. You know the stat.
I heard you.
Okay. What are your thoughts about, or how much did you know about him before you got here, and just your impressions of him now? And
I know a lot about him. The best, I would say, or most significant anecdote I knew about him was the quadruple double, and he has often been an inspiration when doing my conditioning work in the summer. Just thinking about the way he was running through 48 minutes and 100 games a year, I think he might be the closest thing we have to a Hercules in real life. It's just conditioning-wise and shape-wise, it was just amazing.
He still looks great.
Yeah, still does.
And you talked about how you would like defense to be a bigger part of the MVP decision. How do you see that happening in the future if and when you do win MVPs, or do you think it'll happen with your offense, actually?
I think most or every MVP in the past years has been deserved, has been rightfully picked, in my opinion. But I think it doesn't happen often that a player, how many players have won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP, right? The most recent was Giannis, right? It doesn't happen that often, even though it should, right? Defense is 50% of the game. Maybe there should be an Offensive Player of the Year award. I don't know. I think it's going to happen with time, over time, when people see players doing it. If there were more players like Giannis in the past years, maybe defense would have been more recognized. I don't know.